Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will go through all the new mounts that we know so far we will be able to get in patch 11.1, and in my opinion, this patch is absolutely incredible for mounts because we are getting some really amazing ones. So first, let's start with the Violet Armored Growler. So this mount is a reskin of the normal hyena mounts, but I think it looks super cool because the armor makes the mount really unique, and overall I'm a big fan of this mount. So this one you will be able to buy it with your resonance crystals, and it will be sold by S.C.R.A.Per's Topskimmer. So probably it will be linked to the new cartel reputations, and you will be able to buy it again with your resonance crystals. After that, we have the Salvage Goblin Gazillionaires flying machine. So as you can see, this is one of these new flying machines that we will be able to get in patch 11.1. Again, here, this is a reskin of some of the different Mechagon mounts. So nothing too new here, but the model in itself is really new. And especially I love this new look that all the different Undermine items, mounts, and mobs have. I think is just super cool. So this one will be a drop from Galagio Garbage. We don't really know how you will exactly be able to get it, but at least we know it will be from this rare or this mob right here. Then after that, we have the Blackwater Shredder Deluxe MK2. So this one is a reskin of the different G mode and all these other mounts. But again, I think it's really well done. And overall, I like this mount. I think it looks pretty cool. So this one will be again sold by a vendor, both Swain RD, and you will be able to buy it as well with your different resonance crystals. So you're definitely going to need to farm a lot of these different resonance crystals in order to get your hands on all these new mounts. After that, we have the Mean Green Flying Machine. So this is another one of these new models, and this is the green version this time. And this one will also be sold by Lab Assistant lastly for 11,000 of the different resonance crystals. So if we're following what was the price for some of the mounts in the first patch of the War Within, probably these will be also part of the renowned system and things you will be able to buy from the vendors. And there's probably two tiers, the ones with the 11,375 crystals, and then the ones with the 8,125 crystals. I think it would just make sense. Then after that, we have the Topskimmer Special Mount. So this one is a reskin or just recolor actually of the different rockets that we were able to get through the TCG card game. And so this is just a purple version of this rocket. So you will be able to buy it for 11,375 resonance crystals, and it will be sold by S.C.R.A.Per's Topskimmer. Then we have the Crimson Armor Growler. So this is another one of these hyena mounts, and I think this one is even better. I really like the green, silver, and red armor on this new mount. And this one will be sold by Rocco Rasboom for 6,500 of the different resonance crystals. Then after that, we have another recolor of the normal rocket mounts. And this time, this is this gold/yellow version. So this one is called the Ocher Delivery Rocket, and it will be sold by Shreds the S.C.R.A.Per for 11,375 of the different resonance crystals. Then we have the Bronze Goblin Wave Shredder. So here, this is the normal mount that we already got through the trading post, and right now you can get another version on the S.C.R.A.Per. So nothing too excited, I would say, with this one. But still, this is one of the new mounts, at least, that you are able to get. And you will be able to buy this one from Stitch Lowdown for 11,375 of the resonance crystals. Then we have another one of these mounts. This time, this is the personalized Goblins S.C.R.A.Per. And so this one will drop from Gun Covered Thingy. And this is basically a green version of these different mounts. And this one has just this added thing right here where, as you can see, he is already loading some of the mines that he will probably blow soon after that. So again, I think these mounts are pretty nice. And overall, I've always loved these big mechanical mounts, so I'm happy we're getting more of them. Then we also have the Junkmaestro Magnetomech. So this one will be the reward for the Glory of the Liberation of Undermine Raider achievement. And so definitely something that will be a little bit challenging to get at first, but hopefully you will be able to get your hands on this achievement at some point. And the reward for this is this amazing mount, and I think this one looks super cool. Especially I love the big antennas on top of the mount, and overall I think this is an amazing mount. So really happy with this one. Then we have the prototype A.S.M.R. This one will be a drop from Chrome King Gallywix, which is the last boss of the new raid. And probably this one will be the mount that will drop in any difficulties. It's just going to be a very rare drop. And as you can see, it looks like that. So again, this is a reskin of the different Mechagon mounts, but this one is still very, very unique. And you basically have all the different sound system on the mount. And I think overall, this is a very fun mount and a very beautiful mount. So definitely something that probably a lot of you are going to try to get. Then we have the Big G. So this is also something that will drop from Chrome King Gallywix, and this time this is the Mythic only mount. And this one is also amazing in my opinion. I think it's super unique, even though again it's using some of the appearances from other mounts. It's still a very unique one, and I'm sure the mount special as well is going to be super cool on this mount. So this one is definitely going to be a little bit tricky to get during this patch if you're not a big mythic raider, but hopefully you will be able to get it before the end of the War Within and before it becomes a very rare drop. After that, we also have the new Keystone Master Achievement mount. And here I think a lot of players were surprised because usually we are getting the same mounts, at least the same models and just different colors for each season. But this time it's a complete different mount and I think it's actually really nice. So this is this really cool, like kind of a spider, mechanical spider mount. It will most likely fly. I know a lot of players already raised concern that these KSM mounts might not fly, but normally all the different models of these different mounts fly, and especially here, I think Blizzard probably will find a way to make it fly. So this is something we will have to confirm, but I'm pretty sure it will fly. Anyway, I think this is a very nice mount and very different than the first Keystone Master Achievement mount. Then we also have this new version of the dirigible that you will be able to use. And as you can see, you will be able to get it through the quest seasonal start. And I think overall it looks pretty cool. So as you can see, this will be this golden dirigible. And then we also have another one that you will be able to unlock. And this is this other version right here. So again, both of them will be things you will be able to unlock for your Delver's dirigible. So they're not really mounts in itself, but just customization options, but still worth mentioning and still really interesting overall. Then after that, we have some vicious Electro Eels. So first we have the Horde version right here, and I think these mounts look actually super unique. I'm really happy we're getting that. Normally, vicious mounts are always just old models that Blizzard is reusing for these vicious mounts, but here this is a completely new model, and overall I'm super happy with it. So this is the Horde version right here, and then you have the Alliance version, which is the blue and gold version, and I actually prefers right now the Alliance version. I think it looks a little bit better. Then after that, we have the Gladiator mount. So here again, no changes. It's still, in my opinion, pretty bad, and especially I really don't like the color on this one. I think the green and the like faded a little bit orange, like copper color is just not for me. So good luck to those of you who want to get these mounts, but personally, I'm not a big fan of this one. Then after that, we have the future trading post mounts, and here we have some really exciting ones. So we have a few of these new Midnight Darkmoon Chargers or Darkmoon Chargers. So these are normal horses, but they have this really cool and unique armor on top of them, and everything is themed around the Darkmoon Fair. So here, as you can see, for instance, you have the mask right here. You also have the banner with the flag. You have the eye right there, and you also have everything. So overall, this is a really big mix of everything that is linked to the Darkmoon Fair, and I think they did an amazing job at creating this new mount. So we have this first color right here, then we have the normal Darkmoon Fair color, which I think looks absolutely amazing. This is by far one of my favorite one so far from patch 11.1. Then we also have the green one, which I'm a little bit less of a fan. And then also the white one, which I think looks pretty cool as well. So overall, these different mounts are amazing, and probably some of them will be from the training post and some of them will be from the shop and from other sources, but at least we will most likely be able to get some of them through the training post, and I'm pretty sure we will be able to get this one so it matches the set that we were initially able to get through the training post as well. After that, we have some new butterfly mounts. So first we have this one right here that will also normally be available through the training post. So again, here this is a reskin of some of the different butterfly mounts from Shadowlands. So again, nothing too exciting, but overall I think they look pretty good. Then we also have this other version right here. We also have this blue version. Again, nothing too excited. But then we have this red version. And I think this red version is super nice because again, here the colors are vibrant and overall, I think this one looks super cool. So again, all of them normally will be available through the training post, but I'm sure some of them will also make it to the shop. So we'll have to wait and see. And then we also have this one right here. So just one of the recolors of the different snail mounts from Dragonflight. Nothing too interesting here. Then we also have one of these. Honestly, no one cares. We've had so many of them by now, so I don't think anyone's going to be very interested or excited for this one. And this is pretty much it. But there is also another one that we know normally we will be able to get, and this is this Tyrex Mount right here that you will be able to get from one of the bosses in the new raid, and it will be the Mecha Tyrannus versus the Gorilla boss. So this is personally my favorite one, I think, because being able to be on a T-Rex, but especially being able to be on a mechanical T-Rex is going to be super cool, and I can't wait to see how big this mount is going to be. So overall, I'm super hyped for this mount, and even though it's probably going to be super difficult to get and super rare to get, I'm definitely going to try to get my hands on it as soon as I can. So that's pretty much it for all the different mounts that we know so far we will be able to get. Keep in mind, probably we will learn later on that more mounts will be added, but so far these are all the different mounts that have been data mined for patch 11.1. And again, in my opinion, even though there's a lot of reskins and a few recolors, I still think most of these mounts really look completely unique and they are absolutely amazing, especially this Darkmoon horse is, in my opinion, one of the best we've had in a long time. So let me know in the comments what you think about all these different mounts and overall what you think about patch 11.1. If you also want to check all the new tier sets, I made a video a little bit earlier today, so you can go check that as well. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!